Dear listeners, today I'm going to share my experience of gum infection or tooth infection. I will share some very useful remedies which I most commonly use in my practice. But keep in mind, you must consult your GP or homeopaths before taking any remedy. And in case of tooth infection or gum related issues, please consult your dentist so you can have a better idea or better understanding of your condition. And please do not self-medicate and always consult a proper homeopath. First remedy which I want to talk about is Pyrogenium. This remedy belongs to a no-salt group of remedies and made from the pus. This remedy is one of the most prescribed remedy in my practice in gum infection. I remember a British dentist once told me about his experience with this remedy. He said, I have no idea about homeopathic remedies and I hardly use any other remedy except this one remedy which is called Pyrogenium. Then he said his spiritual leader, late Hazrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad, who was also one of the most famous homeopath of the Indian continent, has advised him to use this remedy in tooth infections. And this dentist told me that he hardly had any failed case in his 35 years of practice because of this tip. Hazrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad is no doubt was the great homeopath. I have read his book, which is full of very interesting cases and tips. I would like to suggest my listeners to read his Materia Medica, which is easily available to download. I have also put its download link in description. In homeopathic books, this special character of this remedy is missing, or maybe not known to other homeopaths. But I have used this remedy in those cases where there is no modalities present in the case. I mostly use this remedy in 200 potency, and when it comes to tooth infection or gum infection or abscess in the mouth cavity, then always comes Silicia in your mind. I hardly use Silicia in dental abscess because I have seen it sometimes that Silicia aggravate the condition. Instead, I use Myristica. I think this remedy acts more powerfully than Silicia or Hapersol. This is quite an interesting remedy and I need more detail in explanation. I have used this remedy in different infection and abscess with very profound results. Especially I have used this remedy in some skin related issues or breast related issues when there is no other remedy helping in infection. Then I have used this remedy with very profound results. I mostly use this remedy in 30 potency. Third remedy which comes in my mind is the Mercurius. This is also one of the very powerful remedy. I remember a case of a boy who came to my practice few weeks ago with this toothache and his swollen gums. He had these two big giant cavities. He had two very prominent symptoms. One was that he had this increased saliva, so he had this constant watery mouth, and the second symptom was the white lines on the margin of his gums. If you repertorize the case, then you can only see Mercurius mentioned under this rubric, white lines on the margin of the gums. Here I want to differentiate two other remedies which has also this coloring on margins. One is plumbum, which has these blue lines on gums, and the other is Staphysagria, which has this black line on gums. These both remedies are used in quite advanced or destructive condition of teeth or gum issues. Furthermore, Mercurius does not have this intensive pain like Chamomilla, but I have seen very deep and heavy pain which mostly aggravates in night. In Mercurius, the pain also shoot to the face and ears. So it has this very heavy pains, but not very intensive like Chamomilla. Another common symptom is spongy gum with which bleeds easily. I prescribe 30 potency of Mercurius in dental issues. I do not remember any case where I have used its higher potency. Then there is another remedy which is Staphysagria, which I have mentioned earlier. Its patient has this black lines or streak on the margins of the gums. Furthermore, during pain, its patient feels better by hard pressure or heat. So they just clench their teeth, so they feel better from this clenches the teeth because it's put more pressure on the gums, so they feel better. Its teeth are black. That's why this remedy used in decay of the teeth. There is one very prominent symptom which I have seen in Staphysagria children, that decaying of teeth starts as soon as teeth erupt. So as soon as the teeth show up, they start decaying. There is another remedy which has decaying of teeth. Its name is Kreosotum. Kreosotum has also this spongy gums, black teeth, decaying of the teeth. Furthermore, I have used Staphysagria in toothaches and destructive conditions of teeth like caries and gum issues. Staphysagria patients are sensitive to cold drinks. Some women experience toothache during menses. Then in this condition, you must remember Staphysagria, especially if you can find the decaying of the teeth. I mostly give Staphysagria in 30 potency. Now let's talk about this Kreosotum, which I have mentioned earlier. Nash has written its specific action on children, especially during dentition. They have painful dentition. That's why this remedy is useful for teeth that come out in rotten condition like Staphysagria, and they have this black or brown color or spots on the teeth. In gum condition, I have seen this remedy has this dark or bluish complexion of gums, which are mostly swollen, and they have this spongy gums which are very sensitive to touch. When it comes to Staphysagria has this pressure ameliorates. So, but in Kreosotum, everything when it touches to your teeth aggravates your pain. This is the main difference between Staphysagria and Kreosotum. Kreosotum has also this bleeding gums, but its blood is not like a phosphorus, very red, but it's like a dark red kind of blood. Mostly I use this Kreosotum in 30 potency. I hardly remember any case where I have used it in higher potency. Next remedy which I'm going to talk about is Chamomilla. Is one of the very famous remedy and most commonly used remedy in toothache. Its toothache drive patients mad. They become angry and irritable due to the pain. Even they start kicking and shouting at others due to the pain. In Chamomilla, its pains aggravate from warm drink. So opposite to the Staphysagria. Chamomilla is one of the very famous remedy in teething issues in children. I mostly give Chamomilla in 30 potency, but sometime I have used in 1000 potency as well when there is a severe kind of pain. Then comes Pulsatilla. It's also one of the famous remedy which used in toothache. Its pain also aggravates from warm or cold drinks like Chamomilla. And if they hold cold water in their mouth, they feel better. It's like coffee cruda. They also feel better from cold. Although they have severe pain, but still they are much more patient. Not like Chamomilla crying and shouting and kicking. I remember a case of dental issues with the severe facial nerve pains. That male patient has a swollen face due to the gum and teeth related issues. His dentists do not want to touch him because of this swelling. I remember he was just doing ouch after every few minutes from pain, and he was just weeping from the pain. I remember I asked him, what do you like and dislike? Then he said, I do not understand how someone become homosexual. He said, I just don't like homosexual people. For me, it's very unusual and strange talk, because here is a man sitting with the facial pain and severe dental pain with swelling, and the only thing which he dislike in this condition is homosexuality. So I checked the rubrics under this homosexuality. There I find two very interesting rubrics in the mind section. First is aversion to homosexuality, and the second is aversion to man. Under both rubrics, Pulsatilla is marked highest. And then I repertorized the whole case, and the only remedy which come up was the Pulsatilla. I remember I gave him Pulsatilla in 30 potency with few repetition, with very profound result in his swelling and facial pains. Then comes magnesium carb. Magnesium carb is also a great remedy for toothache. Its pain suddenly start during sleep, which makes you think of laxatives, but in general, magnesium carb symptoms get worse at night, especially during sleep. Magnesium carb is also a top remedy for tooth pain during the pregnancy. Its pain gets aggravated from heat or warm water, but cold water eases the pain. Magnesium carb patients are sensitive to touch and of course sensitive to the pain, and sometimes also show bad temper like Chamomilla. So you can also see this kicking sometime in magnesium patient as well. Then comes this arnica, which I mostly used after this tooth extraction. And then hypericum is another remedy which I have used after dental surgery with very good results. Dear listeners, I want to emphasize here, please consult your dentist so you can have a better understanding of your condition. And please do not self-medicate, and always consult a proper consultant. Dear listeners, if you have any questions, please let me know. See you next time with another video. Bye.